welcome back. It's your man Wise, and today we're checking out a clip from the Rubin Report. John Fetterman is at it again. I'm convinced he is obviously still slated as a Democrat, but I don't think he's voting or sipping the Democrat Kool-Aid anymore. He might as well go ahead and switch parties and call himself a Republican. He might as well, because this dude does not believe in or agree with hardly any of the left's talking points. Before we get into the video, like, share, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. And we must have a quick word from our sponsor, Childlight Candles. Please support Childlight Candles today. Link in the description box below. Support a veteran-owned, family-owned, American-based organization. These candles are amazing. You will not regret the purchase. Mother's Day is around the corner. Buy 5, keep 2, give 3 away as gifts. Please support Childlight Candles today. Fragrances lit for the kingdom. Now let's get into the video.
I think everybody wants Hamas destroyed, but I think the position Netanyahu seems to be taking, and I'm wondering how you feel about him these days, is that destroy Hamas at all costs.
There was a man who I made fun of a lot on this show about a year and a half ago. He was a guy over in Pennsylvania running for senator against Dr. Oz. The whole thing seemed like it was made up. His name was John Fetterman. He had had some medical episodes. It seemed like he was partially mentally deficient. Something was not right. And he was a pretty far left progressive. In the last year and a half, as his brain has started working again, literally, he is becoming the most sane Democrat in the Senate. When we show you that meme of the wackos going that way, he is a guy going, something ain't right with you people. I'm still a Democrat. It says D on my door in the office, but I'm going to come back this way. And now he represents what a sane Democrat, even though I disagree with him on a bunch of stuff, he now represents what a sane Democrat would be. We've got a tweet here from the New York Post.
I would agree with him 100%. I could not believe that this dude got in office. I couldn't believe it. But Dr. Oz, I'm assuming for the people up in PA, they didn't believe in him. They didn't think that he was the better fit. And it seems like they chose a guy that really could barely put some sentences together over Dr. Oz. And I found that quite peculiar. I am not going to lie to you. I did. And I just could not for the life of me understand why this dude gets voted in office. But like Rubin said, I don't necessarily agree with everything this guy has to say or policies, but there's a multitude of things that I am starting to agree with. And this dude is not with this far left progressive foolishness. He doesn't seem like that. So I feel like if you're not that, which it seems like majority of your Democrats are, he might as well go on and flip sides, because he's actually showing himself to be more of a centrist and more of a center-right individual, because the left has gone way far left.
Senator John Fetterman blasts squatters, violent crime. I am not woke. So you have someone on the Democrat side saying enough is enough. There is no such thing as squatters' rights. He's not woke. He gets it. It's wild. The man was a somewhat crazy lefty when he had brain damage, and as his brain healed, he became sane. He became old school liberal, let's say. I'm pretty sure Robert De Niro and Robin Williams were in that movie, Awakenings. It's pretty much that story.
Can somebody answer me in the comment section? Is old school liberal now new school Republican? Is that what that is? I'm asking. Is that old school liberal now new school conservative? I'm interested.
Anyway, as one of the other things we've seen the Democrats go completely insane on, and there's a version of it happening on the right with, let's say, Tucker, is obviously Israel. Here is John Fetterman defending Israel quite cleanly and in common language and in a way that I think virtually everyone can and should understand.
I think everybody wants Hamas destroyed, but I think the position Netanyahu seems to be taking, and I'm wondering how you feel about him these days is that destroy Hamas at all costs. You know, they say many of the victims now are women and children, clearly very, very innocent. I know what you're saying, no life is better than the other, we understand that. But at what point do you say we have to come up with another strategy that at least keeps the innocent, the women and the children, safe?
Well, it very important to minimize the kind of collateral damage and protecting civilization lives as well. And I would hope that Hamas decides to not starting to hide behind civilians and creating those circumstances that makes it even more difficult as well.
But that seems to be their strategy too, Senator, to hide behind.
Yeah, that is their strategy. And now even in hospitals or in the tunnels and everything. And we also can't forget about the hostages as well, too. They've been now in custody now since October 7th. So it's an awful situation. And you don't have to agree. You don't have to agree with every leader's views. But, you know, we have an opportunity to stand with Israel in this situation. And that's what I've decided to do.
It's so interesting because Gayle King, it's like, lady, yes, women and children have been killed. That is the fault of Hamas who hide amongst them. Fetterman lays that out. Everything Fetterman's saying there, and even, you know, in a weird way now, I sort of somewhat regret or something like even making fun of him because of the hoodie, because the guy is just becoming a normal, decent guy sitting up there laying out basic truths. Like, how are Western civilizations supposed to fight total barbarians who want their own people killed, right? So the point I'm showing you there is that it doesn't take a rocket scientist to bring people over to the sane camp right now. Like, I'm not going to vote the same way as John Fetterman in that he is a Democrat, but he's now trying to represent something sane on the Democrat side. So the question really for all of us is, what is the sane thing on the right?
It's a lose-lose battle for Americans to get involved and for, you know, Israelis to, or the Israeli army or forces to let up and allow Hamas to regroup. But also, if they go out and they're mowing down, you know, innocent civilians, it's a lose-lose. This brother right here, I don't know what happened. I don't know if, you know, he's starting to, you know, become more healthy and he's starting to think more clearly, but I agree with him. Wow. I'm sure, you know, his constituents do not agree with him. They are not on his side with this, but it sounds like he is a senator, regardless of party, that actually has a pair and just stands on whatever it is that he stands on. And guess what? I can appreciate that. I don't have to agree with everything. That's okay. But at least we know where this guy stands. At least we know he's not just following whatever talking points or orders that's been given to him from the DNC. At least we know that much. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. Keep God first in your life, America first. And we're going to catch up with you all next time. Peace.